Lined up. And they're off. Sharp start for Verifier. Saxon has early lick as well. Then straight to water away third. Artillery Gunner is now past that runner in between horses as they make the backstretch run. Verifier gets away. So it's Verifier by 2 from Saxon on the chase. And Blow By Him moving into third position. Then Artillery Gunner and straight to water is dropped to the back of the pack. And Change My World is 3 wide. Heading on for the 5-turn run. Verifier. Saxon won't go away though. Saxon's on the chase coming too deep to try to put that pressure on Verifier. Verifier 3-ace out, a neck lead. Saxon is right there on the outside for back, and it is Blow By Him in third. Then Change My World on the far outside with a quarter to go at Pimlico. It's Verifier who turns her home. The chasing Saxon there on the outside. Verifier given the cue to open and pop away once more. Does it 2.5 lengths in front from Saxon second and straight to water. Then back to Blow By Him and Change My World only for a minor share. Verifier, easy work for Verifier. Verifier and Flavian Pratt when going away, widening the margin to almost 7 at the finish. Saxon just hang second from straight to water. Close to the next spot, Change My World or Blow By Him. Running time 6 furlongs, 1 minute 10.65. Rated good. $2 exacta pays $4. Dollar trifecta 20.9641. $1 superfecta 6413. 49 even. No changes. Second race. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, double, pick 3 and pick 4. And they're off. Squeeze play there for Sutton, Susie, and positive carry at the start. Mopo will get the first call out of the gate. And here is Software. Software, Mopo head-to-head for the lead. Super Williwa right there in third position. Beast of Burden on the far outside, racing in fourth into the turn run. And next is Positive Protective Custody, who's racing on the inside as they round that turn, only 3 lengths from the front. More acceleration is now in between horses as they round the turn. Beast of Burden will settle on the outside. Loving Gaze is next in between horses as they make the turn down the back stretch. Sutton, Susie, Orange Silk's the far outside. Song Time riding the inside. Abundant Love is racing to the back of the pack. Here is My Brazilian Girl, also back there with Panama Canal and Positive Carry. So about 11 or 12 lengths will cover the entire bunch with a half mile left to go. Mopo sets the tempo. Mopo from Software by a length and a quarter. As Super Willy Boy in third. And next is Protective Custody down inside there in fourth. More acceleration in between horses. Loving Gaze out there 3 wide. My Brazilian Girl is starting to rally. The pink cap becoming about 6 wide as they move to the top of the stretch with a quarter to go at Pimlico. The picture changes now. Mopo is under pressure. Mopo is there but trying to stay on, and Super Willy Wah the outside now to contest the lead, and here is Super Willy Wah. Mopo is there on the inside and trying to go back for more. My Brazilian Girl late on the scene, still has a lot to do. Mopo's game. Oh, Mopo's digging in. Mopo and Jose Ortiz. Mopo turns back Super Willy Wah. Then it was Protective Custody and My Brazilian Girl. Dr. Brooke Bowman, Rebecca Davis. Time on the turf, minute 40.39 with a running time. $32, dollar trifecta, $885.40. Dollar Superfecta 2,345.20. 6-3 double 22.80. Third race, scratch 7, Armando R. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, double, pick 3, and pick 5. In line. And they're off. Point Doom sent out with that early speed for the lead. So too Sagrada Ray as early zip does the gray up to the inside. So Point Doom and Sagrada Ray crossing over to the first turn run. Outside is Point Doom. Point Doom is Sagrada Ray down to the inside. Now takes back a bit into the second spot. Classic Joke fires up with early lick on the outside on the chase from third. Feeling Woozy is in fourth. Cadet Core is in fifth. Curlin's Malibu and Crossland racing back in the pack with Hey Chief, and trailing the field is Stroncino. Solid pace going with 6 furlongs left to go. Point Doom from Classic Joke by almost 2 lengths. Sagrada Ray is in third. Another 4 back, Feeling Woozy. Cadet Core racing as a team. It's another 2 to Crossland and Hey Chief back of the pack. Curlin's Malibu and Stroncino still plenty to do now. Heading to the far turn run with 4 furlongs left to go. Point Doom. Classic Joke trying to get closer on the chase. Sagrada Ray back third. Feeling Woozy down inside, improves just a little bit. Outside of that is Cadet Core. Cadet Core now into third. Crossland is next. Hey Chief is trying to rally under a ride with 3 furlongs left to go. Stroncino's in between horses. Curlin's Malibu has dropped back to last. They race toward the quarter pole here at Pimlico, and it's Point Doom trying to dazzle them with early speed. It's Classic Joke chasing in second and driving. Cadet Core out to the center of the track, then back to Crossland, who's next, and Stroncino way out of the middle of the track. 3/16 left to run. Point Doom holding on to the lead. Point Doom a 5-length advantage from Cadet Core in second. On the outside is Crossland and Classic Joke. A 16th left to run. Point Doom, Michael Sanchez, they're staying on. Point Doom all the way. Cadet Core was second. Crossland was third, and then Curlin's Malibu. Official. $40 trifecta, 284.80. Dollar Superfecta 2,582.60, 9284, $392 double 45.40. Pick 3, 16.60. Fourth race, Exacta trifecta, Superfecta, double, pick 3, pick 4. 5 furlongs on the turf. No changes in the fourth. And they're off. Bourbon Boss at Billionaires Row very fast too. So Billionaires Row at Bourbon Boss. Watch out World on the chase from third. Zip line to heaven up close, only 3 lengths off for speed. Island Delight is followed by Cloudy Boy. It drops about 7 or 8 lengths to the front heading into the far turn run. And back to Incinerators about 3 wide into the turn. Tool Pusher had to check hard there. And Happy Jaunt got shuffled back as well. Katie's Notion back of the pack with War Humor who's trailing the field. So Bourbon Boss, watch out World there on the outside as they swing around that turn and head for home. And the leader is Bourbon Boss. They turn for home. Bourbon Boss that leader. Bourbon Boss in front to watch out World second. On the inside, Billionaires Row is next. And next is Zip Line to Heaven is trying to quicken up toward the center of the track. And Bourbon Boss is still in charge. Bourbon Boss in front. Bourbon Boss, Incinerator now moving and charging late. Here comes Incinerator on the outside. Bourbon Boss holding the win. Bourbon Boss, Incinerator. Then it was Zip Line to Heaven and Cloudy Boy finished fourth. Jockey, 4-year-old Bay Colt Bourbon Boss by Street Bus. On Verifier by declaration of war. $29, dollar trifecta, $118. $1 superfecta pays $668.40. 9-8 double pays $24.40. Pick 3, $32.90. No changes in the fifth. Exacta trifecta superfecta. Double pick 3. Fifth race starts another pick 5. Pick 5 starts fifth race. Looking ahead to race 7 in the 7th race. Scratch. Lined up. And they're off. Furmantown and Ennistown flying out for the lead. Furmantown just in front. Ennistown is on the chase. Here's Pribman right up on the scene in third position. And Pribman now moves second right after Furmantown down the backstretch run. 2 more lengths to Gung Ho, followed by Rhythm and Blues. Cadeau D'Argent racing back of the pack with Breezing Up and Decorum is trailing the field past the half. The speed of Furmantown at the rail. Pribman there on the outside. Pribman just a neck off of Furmantown as they race around the far turn. Here at Old Hilltop, instead of the 2. Gung Ho, Ennistown on the inside, so it's Furmantown. Pribman right there on the outside, yet to be set down. Now gets a tap to go on as they race on to the top of the stretch with a quarter to go at Pimlico. Furmantown trying to get away from Pribman. Pribman's got to dig down. Pribman is driven. Furmantown holding at the rail. Furlong and a half left to go. Pribman desperate to get by with 1 more furlong left to go. Out center of the track, Cadeau D'Argent is closing. Here comes Cadeau D'Argent. Cadeau D'Argent, Pribman. They're trying to close in on Furmantown. Furmantown, Cadeau D'Argent, Prisman in between horses, still very much in it. Cadeau D'Argent, Cadeau D'Argent. Oh, look at that price. Cadeau D'Argent from Prisman, and then Furmantown. Rhythm and Blues, 4th. Grey Gelding by Gift Box out of For All the Grands by Tale of Ikati. In a minute 12.26. $2 exacta, $419.40. Dollar trifecta, $1,512.90. Dollar superfecta, 1723, $8,146.70. 8-1 double, $410, $22 double. Pick 3, $388.65. Pick 4, $3,458.70. Pick 5 coming up. And they're off. Psychedelic Shack very fast as usual from the gate, retained on the far outside. Where's Race flashing up there too. In between horses now is Coast Along, is also part of the early pace mix. Barzini up on the inside on the chase from the second flight. Linzer, Where's Ray backed out of it just a tad, about 5 lengths on the front. Fierce and Strong is next. Tall Order has about a dozen lengths to make up. And back to second last position we have Tide Water, and Beltane is the trailer as they wind round the turn. Psychedelic Shack is the leader. Psychedelic Shack trying to hold that lead from Retain on the outside. Coast Along and Fierce and Strong right there to the far outside. They're into the stretch at the 360. Psychedelic Shack. Tight quarters for Coast Along, who has to get off the inside in a bit of traffic, and tight down to the inside and opening develops. But Fierce and Strong got the jump, and on the far outside, Tidewater's rolling too. Here's Fierce and Strong. Fierce and Strong. Where's Ray? Fierce and Strong to win. Where's Ray was second. Blanket for third. Coast Along on the inside, and Tidewater center track. Double is worth $183.20. Please check those tickets with the late scratch 10. 110 pays. Pick 3, $2,570. 8-1. opportunity out of double click the mouse by point of entry. Bred in Pennsylvania by Ultra Championship Racing, LLC. Superfecta 5,858.80. Double pays 183.20. For the consolation double. 1-6 actual double, 2,110.60. Again, we have the consolation double with the late scratch 10. Check your tickets. $110 consolation double is Curly, Larry, and Mo restless. Settles. They're off. Bit of a squeeze back there for Wow What a Summer. Sharp tones at the start. Curly, Larry, and Mo and Paco Lopez going right to the lead from the inside draw from Blame the Tux in Ocean City. There on the outside. Up close, Worthington rides that rail into the first turn run. Understudy Kitty is in between horses about mid-flight. Army Officers 3 deep around the first turn run, and it's a gap of 2 lengths back. Sharp Tones and Goodbye Note racing toward the back of the pack, and trailing the field is Wow What a Summer. Wow What a Summer last. There's about 15 lengths to come now, with 5/8 mile left to run. Curly, Larry, and Mo from Ocean City by just ahead. It's the 2 to Blame the Tux in third, and Army Officer getting closer fourth. Worthington on the inside, fifth. Understudy Kitty, and then followed by Goodbye Note. In the back, a Sharp Tones and Wow What a Summer, now only 9 lengths from front to back. Ocean City goes on from Curly, Larry, and Mo into the far turn run. Blame the Tux shuffle back a bit of between horses under right. Army Officer sweeping up now. Here comes Army Officer. Understudy Kitty. Understudy Kitty is about 5 off the lead as they go behind the tents now, and coming to the top of the stretch with a quarter to go at Pimlico. And they make the turn for home. Ocean City and Army Officer on the outside. Curly, Larry, and Mo battles but loses a bit of ground. Understudy Kitty toward the center of the track. Here comes Sharp Tones, who's closing. Here comes Wow What a Summer, very, very late in the scene. Sharp Tones, Wow What a Summer, trying to get to Army Officer. Here's Sharp Tones. Sharp Tones just in front of Army Officer. Wow What a Summer. Sharp Tones to win. Army Officer second, and then Wow What a Summer and Understudy Kitty. Holding by Tonalist out of a Dicey Dame by Colonel John. Bred in Pennsylvania by Lynn Ashby, William Gottwals. 4-year-old Bay Gelding by Tonalist out of a Dicey Dame by Colonel John. Bred in Pennsylvania by Lynn Ashby, William. Back to $264.20. Dollar trifecta $608.70. 6, 7, and 5. $6,754 superfecta, $2,623.90. $662 double, $1,115.40. Pick 3, $12,277.35. Off of the Hilaire Dupont Distaff Stakes, presented by Old Bay. Pen wide directly to the front. Dazzling Move down to the inside. These two get together, and Miss Hebrides on the chase from third to the opening furlong. Candied is racing in fourth. The Rat Ortiz try to get over to the inside. Indeed, plenty of room. Over to the rail now is Candied. Already 7 lengths off. It looks a solid pace going up front. Here's Lemon Muffin, second last position, and Regaled at the back of the pack. And so Dazzling Moves up top now, taken in hand to try to slow it up after going pretty quick that opening quarter. Penwa is second. They bunch up behind. Candied is moving closer to third as they move the 6 furlong mark. Down the backstretch run, Miss Hebrides out in the clear alongside of Candied. Lemon Muffin and Regal is trailing the field. So Dazzling Move is settled now into a steady beat with 5 furlongs to go. leading Penois. In second, on the inside, is Candied in third. Miss Hebrides in between horses. Lemon Muffin on the outside, within 2.5 of the lead, but out wide with a half-mile left, and Regeld is trailing the field. Far turn run, Penois, dazzling move, quicken away just a bit from Miss Hebrides. Inside Candied, ridden along for a little bit more. Candied is in third, asks for a full sprint home to the top pair. Lemon Muffin is in fourth as they come midway on the turn. On the outside, Penois down to the inside, dazzling move. They're right together as they turn for home, and it's Candied in third, has 3 to make up as they straighten in. Lemon Muffin is fourth, 3 across the track now, and here's Candied set down and sailing home on the outside. Candied shifting well over to the inside, a few pass from dazzling move second, back to Penois in third. Candied coming home strong in the Hilaire Dupont Distaff Stakes to win by almost 4. Dazzling move second, Regel was third, Penois fourth. Trained by Todd Pletcher. Candy's a 4-year-old bay filly by Candy Ride out of Tony Tills by Roaring Fever. Bred in Kentucky by Buck. Five or 77.20. Check those tickets with a late scratch. Your 5C Dancer. Good for Consolation Double. 6-3 actual double, 203.40. Ninth race, the Hilltop Stakes, presented by Hallway Fees to benefit the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance. To play with fire, weight 118. Number 9, Say No More, jockey Junior Alvarado. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, double. Off and running in the Hilltop Stakes. Me Governor first call with Princess Attitude down to the inside. White Rocks is right there too. In between horses, Pure Majestic, another gray, being taken back a bit off the early pace. Obeisance about 3 deep to the first turn run, only 4 lengths from the lead. Not much pace on early in the game. On the inside is Play With Fire. Second last is Pretty Lavish, and Sigh No More is trailing on the outside about 3 deep and only 9 from the front as they make the turn for the backstretch run. It's Me Governor in charge. Me Governor calling the shots, 3/4 of a length in front. Me Governor in front at a very slow pace on this turf course, and leading the way from White Rocks in second. Inside is Princess Attitude in third. Obeisance is in fourth in mid-flight. Pure Majestic on the inside. Sigh No More has to have a turn of foot for the back of the pack. Pretty Lavish held up in between horses heading onto the turn, and Play With Fire. Me Governor enjoying that front run up front. It's Me Governor. 2.5 in front and shaking free. Me Governor is going to be tough to beat. Me Governor is that leader by 2 for White Rocks as they're midway on the turn, and they go behind the tent now and emerge toward the top of the stretch with a 1/4 mile left to go. It is Me Governor up front, and here comes Princess Attitude with a turn of foot shifting off the inside. Me Governor, Princess Attitude. Me Governor's Destined, Princess Attitude. Play With Fire is coming on the far outside too. Here comes Play With Fire. Play With Fire and Pretty Lavish. Play With Fire, Pretty Lavish charging hard to inside of her. Princess Attitude is third. Play With Fire, and Flavian Pratt. Play With Fire in the Hilltop. From Pretty Lavish second, and it was Princess Attitude and Say No More. Unofficial, Play With Fire. Flavian Pratt, 2 wins, owned by Fergus Galvin. And trade. Official, Play With Fire. In the Hilltop. Double pays Consolation double pays $4, 3-5. Check those tickets with late scratch 5. 3-5 is a payoff of $4. 3-2 double 24.40. 50-cent pick 3 347.60. Pick 4 5,607.10. Not too late. They're off in the Miss Preakness. Echo Sound very fast out of the gate. Echo Sound from Holly Grove is right there. GW's Girl stoking up early speed in between horses. Family's right there in the early mix. 4 of them right across the track. And Stunner, who's racing in 5th. You'll Be Back racing 6th on the outside. Mila Rose settles in 7th position. They're followed by Not Too Late. And on the back of the pack there, we have High Path second to last. And Del Rey is the trailer as they fire around the far turn. Holly Grove, Volleyball Princess giving away just a bit. GW's Girl is keeping up as they move with 3 furlongs left to go. Family looming up there 3 wide as they're midway on the turn as they pass the 5/16 pole and emerge at the top of the stretch, and it's Holly Grove a narrow lead. Holly Grove, the leader. You'll Be Back has moved to the inside. It is coming with a nice run now. You'll Be Back charging up the inside. On the extreme outside there too is Echo Sound. They're coming to the final furlong. You'll Be Back gets that rail run, but on the outside there is Echo Sound. You'll Be Back at the inside, and Holly Grove, they're battling along second and third, and now to the last 16th of a mile. Here is the Miss Preakness Stakes winner, Echo Sound. You'll Be Back was second, and Holly Grove was third. Mila Rose finished 4th. Bred in Kentucky by Springhouse Farm. Vision Thoroughbreds. Bruce Pirat. Patricia Pirat. 6 furlongs, 1:11. Trifecta 1,096.30. Dollar Superfecta $6,026. 2A double 45.60. Pick 3 $34.35. The Miss Preakness presented by PepsiCo. For the trophy presentation, Megan Quilter, away from home director for PepsiCo. 11th race, the very one. Just about set. And they're off. Bosserati, Accomplished Girl on the outside, and Maggie's Girl stoking up speed into 3rd position as they move down the back stretch. And Nada on the inside, 3 lengths in the front. Gift of Gab, Mendy's Honey's in between horses. Then back to Pino's Little Girl. And on the inside is Shoshana, 7 lengths from the front. After that, on the outside is Simply Stated, 2 wide. On the inside is Admiral Hopper racing to the back of the pack with Moonlit Kiss. And Loon Cry is way, way back as they're midway on the turn. So around the turn, they roll. Bosserati leads the way. Bosserati from Accomplished Girl as they spin in on the turf. Outside Accomplished Girl. Bosserati's digging down though. Anita getting a great trip to try to quicken on them from 3rd position. Gift of Gab toward the center of the course is driven from 4th, and Shoshana is in 5th. Accomplished Girl, Bosserati. Bosserati's in it for the fight. Bosserati, Accomplished Girl, Bosserati so gritty. Bosserati digging down. Bosserati and Arado Tiz Jr. Oh, so gritty a win. Accomplished Girl was next. And then it was Gift of Gab. On the inside was Anita, and a late run from Loon Cry in between horses. 12th race next. 55th running of the Pimlico Special. Grade 3 Pimlico Special presented by Bullet Bourbon. Scratch 7 Pyrenees. Exacta trifecta in the very one stakes. Presented by Guinness Open Gate Brewery. In the winner's circle, with a Radishes Jr. for Joe Politi, Brittany Russell, trainer. $2 exacta $41, dollar trifecta $173.70. $1 superfecta $604.90, double $54.40. Pick 3, $62.10. Pick 5, $9,401.55. 50-cent pick 5 for the trophy presentation. Kelly O'Connor, Guinness brand manager. Kevin Fearns, activation manager, South Atlantic at Open Gate Brewery. Off of the Pimlico special. Bad stumble there for Just Steel. Bobbled, stumbled at the start, is at the back of the pack, and in between horses is a race bias. And so it's going to be Encino out to establish the lead. Phileas Fogg is taken off the inside on the chase of the early front runner Encino. Encino in front from Phileas Fogg, who's out the 2-3 path. On the inside is Time for Trouble, who's racing right there with Awesome Aaron up close into the first turn. And Awesome Aaron out 3 wide around this Pimlico first turn. Star of Wonders in between horses as Just Steel has a lot to overcome after that stumbling beginning. Back to San Siro to the back of the pack and Catalea Strike, and Red Route 1 is last of them all, about a dozen lengths from the front. Looks like a nice controlled pace out there for Encino and Aratides Jr. leading 3/4 of a length from Phileas Fogg in second. Going a decent pace, but doing it solo out there. Encino only mild pressure from Phileas Fogg on the outside, followed by on the inside is Time for Trouble in third position. Star of Wonders in between horses. Awesome Aaron racing 5th while 3 wide, heading toward the half-mile pole. San Siro with 6 lengths to make up, and back to Just Steel. Catalea Strike is trying to unwiden from second last position. Red Route 1 is trailing the field into the far turn in the Pimlico special. 3 furlongs left to go. Encino, Phileas Fogg, they quicken away just a bit. Awesome Aaron is in third position. Star of Wonder saving ground and driven with 1/4 to go at Pimlico. On the inside, Encino, Phileas Fogg up to take the lead. Phileas Fogg is in front now. Awesome Aaron to the outside. Star of Wonder comes off the inside, but in 4th position and lingering along. And they are followed outside by San Siro for a share with a furlong left to go. Phileas Fogg and Awesome Aaron to settle it. Phileas Fogg, Awesome Aaron on the outside, reaching, putting a nose in front. Awesome Aaron from Phileas Fogg, diving to the Pimlico line. It's Awesome Aaron. Awesome Aaron from Phileas Fogg, Star of Wonder, and San Siro. Minute 50. Street Cat, bred in Kentucky by Lester Clark and Dr. Naoya Yoshida. For the presentation, Pimlico special, presented by Bullet Bourbon, Breakthrough Beverage Trade Director Chris Lee, Diageo Trade Development Manager Maddie Hubler. Yeah, they're off of the Georgie Mitchell Black-Eyed Susan Stakes. Paris Lily asks for early speed and gives it from Liam in the dust, and Princess Aaliyah will settle right off the Moon Cash up on the outside of Princess Aaliyah. And next is Amarth, who's traveling 7 lengths off the early pace. Margie's Intention is next. Margie's Intention some 7 or 8 off the speed into the turn. Reply riding the inside round that turn is Kinsey Queen, and running and gunning is well last, got to be 22 lengths off the pace. Around the turn, headed to the 3/4 mark. Paris Lily sets the pace in the Georgie Mitchell Black-Eyed Susan Stakes. Taken to the outside, Liam in the dust to press the issue. It's another 2.5. Princess Aliyah is third. Margie's Intention is in fourth. Then Moon Cash Amarth has 6 to close in now. Paris Lily's in front. Paris Lily about 4.5 furlongs left to go. Has been going a steady pace. Still leads on a sloppy going. Leads a length and a half from Liam in the dust. On the inside, Margie's Intention is in third. Princess Aliyah right there with a fighting shot. Making a move well 3 wide to the far outside. Amarth swinging into action as well in the black cap. Another 4-back. Moon Cash drops to the back of the pack, followed by Reply and Kinsey Queen. And way back is Running and Gunning. They move to the 5/16 pole. It is Paris Lily leader, widening a 3-length margin from Margie's Intention in second, who's all out. Martha's in third. Inside is Liam in the dust, followed by Princess Aliyah. Out in the center of the track, Kinsey Queen is trying to come for a share too. Kinsey Queen is closed into third and closing steadily now, but time is running out. A furlong left to run. Paris Lily and Margie's Intention is digging on the outside to try to get by her. Paris Lily, Margie's Intention up to grab the lead in the late stages. Paris Lily's fighting on. Margie's Intention to win at a half length of Paris Lily. Kinsey Queen ran late and Reply finished fourth in the Georgie Mitchell Black-Eyed Susan Stakes. Cox trainer Flavian Pratt aboard. 3-year-old Dockbear Brown filly by Honor AP out of Playful Dancer by Into Mischief. Bred in Louisiana by Coteau Grove Farms LLC. Exacta 42.60, dollar trifecta 115.40. $1 superfecta 590.90. Dollar super high 5 1,173.70. High 5 carry over 19,296.10. 54.40 double. Pick 4, 460.60. Pick 5, 2,275.55. Pick 6, $1,144.02. Carryovers 88.